Hi, this is Jessie, aka Vero Couture, and I just wanted to do like a video about like I guess the process of how I do my makeup looks. So basically, as like a preface, I'd say like 85% of my looks are like pre-planned out before I even start doing it, and those are typically the looks that I like better. So for this look, we're going to do yellow ears and then like red in the center and then blue and then red and then blue, so it's like the whole face is swirling, and then I'm gonna do checkered on the neck. So basically I start off all my looks with blocking my eyebrows with purple Elmer's glue stick stuff that all the drag queens use, and honestly like only use this kind if you want to block your brows. It really is the most helpful kind. And this method that I learned to block my brows with, I learned from Pearl the drag queen. I watched her YouTube makeup tutorial, and it was honestly like so helpful because like I have really dark eyebrows, you know, so like I was really struggling with the whole method of like pushing them up. So this is honestly like such a universal like good method. So basically you go in the direction of your eyebrow until your whole eyebrow is saturated, and then you do it on the other side in the same direction, and then you wait for it to dry. While I wait for them to dry, I just wanted to say that like I think like a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm like trained in drawing and painting, like how to render images and how to render things from life and stuff. Like I've been getting trained for 4 years, so I kind of come from a different background rather than like people who come from a makeup background. Like I'm an art student, like I go to art school and I do this like all the time, so it's like basically just like an application of drawing and painting to my face versus like more traditional makeup styles or traditional uses of makeup. Like I really struggle to do like glam looks and like looks with like actual actual shit. Like I need to use paint. So yeah, and after I've told you about myself, my eyebrows are dry, so guess what it's time for? Coat 2. So you do it again. And the other one. I'm gonna do the third coat now. This camera, it's a nice ass camera and it just doesn't focus. It's like what I use to do like real photography. Like honestly, I can't win. So as we wait for my brows to dry, I also just wanted to mention that like the main medium that I like to work in, besides like drawing and painting and printmaking if I have access to that stuff, is collage. Basically like I love collaging like anything, and that's why I incorporate like different eyes in my face or different collage elements. I really like that, and I really like exploring that in different ways. So basically like when I conceptualize a look, like I like to sort of like think about it like I'm collaging, like how, oh, my ears will be yellow, like this will be this will be this. Like it's kind of like how you would collage if you already had the imagery, like, oh, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. So it's kind of just like the same, to me it's like the same process, just with different mediums, I guess. I don't know. So now my brows are glued down, and this is the most vital step, is this cup, I use it for all my paint, is filled with water. So you just dip your finger in water and you kind of reactivate the glue with the water until it's sticky. You have to make sure that it's sticky. And if it kind of feels like chunky, keep going, keep going. Okay, so that's like the consistency you want. So then you take like airspun powder or any kind of setting powder, like I use the airspun powder, and I also use my finger. I use my finger like all the time for like all my stuff. And you just dip your finger in the powder and pat it into your eyebrow. and because it's sticky, the powder should easily stick right on down. And now you activate the other eyebrow. Get it activated. Ready for action, ready for battle, ready to go. Okay, that's pretty sticky. And again, with the powder. And FYI, the powder does get everywhere, but like that's the price you pay for looking like a clown, so get into it. Okay. So you kind of just let it sit. You kind of let it sit for however you want. It doesn't really matter. Then you come in with, you know, casual brush and just like brush away any excess. Okay. So for the actual look part, I'm going to use my very trusted and very good friends, the Mehron Paradise palette. My palette looks like this because I'm very messy, so it's kind of a hot mess, but I love this shit. Like, it's activated by water, so it kind of reminds me of watercolor. And like I said, like, I'm trained in painting, so anything to do with like actual paint, I just like feel way more comfortable with than like something that's like super like makeup. Like, this is like contour, and I'm like I could, whatever, I know how to do that because of painting, but like stuff like that, it's like really hard. And also, I don't really like using, I mean, I don't dislike using makeup brushes, but they're like expensive. So I just use like literally all my old paint brushes, like, hello. And I have like a few like actual makeup brushes, like powder brushes that are pretty good. But like these are like $2 to $3. Like, you get them really cheap and they work just as well, especially for like a face paint, like water-based face paint stuff. Like, you always gotta have the clown nose on because the whole world has to know that you're a fucking clown and that you... I'm gonna be like looking in the mirror a little bit, but make a little side view. This is easier for me. Sorry about the unfocusing. It's really fucking annoying me too, trust me. Let me tell you, working on curvy surfaces, it's really hard. Like, your nose, some people do these looks and they're so clean and they're so good, and I'm just like, how do you do this? Like my face is so three-dimensional, as is everyone's, let me just say. And these people come out here with these lines, with these other straight, with lines on lines on lines, and they just make it look so good. And I'm like, how do you do that? Like, literally don't understand that. All right, so my nose is like off center now, but I'm just gonna keep going because that's what I do. Oh my god. This is so I never do my looks into like a camera. Like, let me tell you, this is hard. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh. Oh wait, oh. I'm wearing a shirt also, let me tell you. Oh. Oh my gosh, my titty. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to fix the angle. I know what's really annoying? Having hooded eyelids. Let me tell you, you never think about your eyelids. You're never like, oh, my eyelids, oh, I'm gonna have to put product on it. Nope, I never thought about them until I started doing makeup. And then you put the product on your eyelids and they disappear. Oh, it's gone. And honestly, that is so annoying. I hate that, honestly. It's so whatever. It's like the eyes are my least favorite part. Like lips, love. The actual face, love it. Eyes, literally, I hate them. They're the worst. Also, also, Mayron, I'm not gonna be able to talk after this. Oh, sorry, Mayron makeup tastes, oh my god, just kidding, I don't like eat it, but like smells and like tastes like coconut, and I love coconut. So literally, it's such a serve, like putting it on my face, I'm like, yummy, this is a good time. And like, I think I got this palette on Amazon. I think it was like 30 bucks, but honestly, I've been using it since like, I think December, and it's really just like changed the fucking game for me, like 1000%. Like, I was not able to do this kind of work like in the fall, like before I got this palette. Like, oh my god. So now I'm like, I think I'm gonna move to bigger brushes because I'm getting lazy and there's more surface area at this point. So I think honestly it would look kind of cool as well to use slightly larger brushes. So I'm moving on up, you guys, to bigger ones. Nothing And the key is like, don't be afraid of being messy and not doing straight lines. Considered painting my face red, fully red, and then going with the blue, but I kind of like the back and forth, TBH. I feel like it. Oh, we're off the chin. We're off the chin. Yikes. I can't see. I cannot see the side of my face. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh. So now I'm just gonna come back and touch up certain areas that I feel I may have missed, or just like give it a little spiffing up, because it's a lot. There's a lot going on. This is like the full illusion. Honestly, I love this camera. What the fuck? It looks so good. I'm so gagged. Okay. Part 2. Yellow time. So I use my fingers, and honestly, painting my ear, it's annoying as fuck, but it's for the look, you know? And like I said before, like I'm just activating, like I just dip my finger in the water, dip it in the paint, rub it out, swirl it around a little, la 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 la, and then I just go. So like usually if I do like faces of color, I just use that, like use my finger and stuff. So now I'm gonna move on to this ear. Do you wanna know a fun fact? This ear is deformed. It was born like that. So there it is. It's weird on the bottom. So fun fact about me, for anyone who cares. I've been singing If You Had My Love by Jennifer Lopez in my head this entire time, in case you were curious, like what I was thinking, like, oh, how are you inspired, like, oh, Virgo, like, what, I'm singing J-Lo, so thank J-Lo, but actually thank the singer who sang for her in all her old tracks. Don't know who she is, but she was ghost singing all her tracks. Exposed J-Lo to K19. But let me tell you, that's a great song. So now I am up to the part that I was dreading the most, which is the neck, because the neck is just really hard. Oh, sorry, I'm spacing out. The neck, it's really hard to draw checkerboard, but I want it. Like, I want to challenge myself. I have really tiny brushes. Oh, I just got this new thing actually. It's Mehron Cream Stick. So I'm thinking I might take a little risk and do my whole neck in white and then go over it with like checkerboard in black. Krylon? I mean Mehron? I mean, wait, fuck. Okay, this is Mehron. This is from Amazon, by the way. Like a tree trunk. To add my gap. That's important. That's after. Fun fact, all my faces have gaps because when I draw my, like all my looks have gaps because when I draw my faces, I always include like a gap tooth. So I kind of like carry on that like little moment like with my drawings. Oh my god, my brain. Like these faces is just like, these faces are like an extension of like my drawings and of my art and the faces that I draw with gaps. So I in turn always have a gap. So it's like a little like inside thing, like just for me. But I like it. It also is like really ugly. I mean, I don't think gap tooths are ugly. I think gap tooths are I've become a mess. I think gap teeth are so cute. But it's like stereotypically perceived as something like ugly, so, which is why, oh my god, my camera will die. I'm just gonna let her die, you know. It's been a good run. I'm just gonna be filling in these things and I'll turn it back on when I'm finished. So this is the finished look. I'm really honestly pretty excited with it. I added the gap and the eyes, and here's the tube top, and yeah. And as a final goodbye, all I can say is If You Had My Love by Jennifer Lopez is an amazing song. So listen to it. Yeah, that's it.